right, guys, welcome to the ReMx Podcast. I am your host, Jimmy Davis.
And I am DJ Image.
How's it going, Image?
It's going good.
Going good?
We are on time today and ready to give them a great show.
We are not on time.
Oh.
And I actually finished my council meeting in a reasonable time, but I was like in slow motion today.
No, I was impressed because I was like, okay, it's like 7:45. We're going to start on time today. But it's okay. I mean, our audience pretty much knows every other Tuesdays we start a little later.
Yeah, which is
and hopefully
okay.
season 2 will be on time. Well, we'll have a different plan.
We'll have to pick a different time if that's the case. But yeah. Anyway, how was your weekend?
My weekend, it was. I rested all weekend. I didn't do much. Just
Mother's Day?
Sunday, yeah, Mother's Day. It was really awesome. We got to celebrate Mother's Day at my grandmother's house. She wanted to do like a potluck, so we had. She goes all out, right? So she bought food from Carolinas in Peoria. Oh my God, I was dying because if you guys know, I've been having issues with my stomach. I know Jimmy wants to talk about it, but we're not going to talk about it right now. And I wasn't able to eat like the chili.
I love that I learned the scientific name for that.
Oh
too,
my God,
it's so funny.
No, but it's crazy because Jimmy's like, gluten. I'm gonna be on a gluten-free diet, so I can't eat like flour and stuff. Big ass tortillas, dude, like this.
Yeah, Carolinas has giant
huge tortillas. And my grandma and if you know me, I love hot sauce. I can't have it was green chili, it was red chili, beans, rice. Then there's side chili. I didn't eat any of it. I had the rice and the beans. That was it.
That's not fun.
That's all I ate.
It does suck when you switch your diet because I have to eat a very particular diet too. It does suck. So one of the things with the Carolinas tortillas, I freaking used to love those tortillas. So we'd get them all the time.
I was tempted.
They're huge.
Right.
So one of the things that I would make out of it, I would make a homemade Mexican pizza. So I would take that big tortilla and I would put beans, and then I would put shredded, or not shredded beef. I would put actually ground beef, and then a layer of cheese.
You should have put the green chili that they sell.
Ooh, that would be so good. And then another tortilla on top, and then a layer of cheese. And then I'd cook it in the oven so the tortilla would get like crispy. And I'd cut it like a pizza. And then you put like sour cream, guacamole on top. It's total white people. It's like white people Mexican food, but it was so good. I used to love to eat that, but I can't eat that
That's
now,
like
obviously.
what they have at Taco Bell, right?
It was like a homemade version of the Taco Bell Mexican pizza, which used to be my favorite thing to get from Taco Bell, but I cannot eat it because it does contain gluten. So.
Besides the food, it was a great time to hang out with family and be with family. Especially my grandmother wanted to do it, and I know she wasn't feeling the best that day, but she was like, "We're not canceling. We're still gonna do it." So yeah, that's what I did on Sunday, and like I said, Friday and Saturday I didn't do much that I could remember. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, it was. Mother's Day is always kind of like bittersweet for us in our family because my grandma actually passed away on Mother's Day.
On Mother's Day?
Yeah, she was determined. She's like, I'm gonna make it to Mother's Day, and she did. Wow. When they sent her home in hospice, they gave her 3 weeks. But anyway, this last Mother's Day was 10 years since she's passed. So lots of memories on like Facebook popping up and lots of stuff. So it's always a little. There's always that underlying sadness. She was the matriarch of her family, and so we miss her a lot. But it's funny because like I think of like even today in my council meeting, there's not a day that doesn't go by that I don't think about her or something doesn't come up. So today we were celebrating, we did a proclamation for Emergency Medical Service Week and Police Week, right? It's for like fallen police officers and then for people who are emergency service workers in general, so police, fire, paramedics, all of that stuff. Well, I was remembering one of the times when my grandma was sick, when we had to call. I love when I move my hand a certain way and then the phone does the stupid thumbs up.
I wonder if it does all of it. We'll talk about it right now because
I don't know. Anyway, so I was remembering a time where basically what was happening with my grandma is her body would become toxic and then they'd have to like clean it out basically.
Yeah.
And so when she would become toxic, she'd kind of be a little bit loopy or she wouldn't know what was going on or whatever. But one of the times they had to call the paramedics for her and my mom was like, the firemen are coming. Do you want me to fix your hair or not? And she was like, Because my grandma was always
What?
fixed, like her hair, her makeup. So she let
She'll
my
put
mom.
some lipstick on
She
me.
let my mom fix her. So my ex-girlfriend actually, one of the last time my grandma was in the hospital, she was her nurse.
Uh-huh.
And my ex-girlfriend Alexis, shout out to Alexis. But you know, she had said to me how my grandma's in the hospital. Her hair is always combed.
Sure.
Her makeup is always done. Like she didn't play.
When I don't feel good, I don't want to do anything.
Well, that's that like old school like I'm gonna be fixed up. No one's gonna see me not fixed up.
Well, it reminded me of like my grandmother. She's been falling, and the last time she fell, she has like one of those things that she pushes and they come or whatever.
Medical alert.
Yeah, and then I go over there and I go, well, what happened? Where are all these ambulances? I don't know, but they're all handsome. Like,
like we wouldn't be saying or thinking the same thing. First of all,
wow. But it was funny. You know, our grandparents. I mean, especially in like Mexican family is like the rock almost sometimes of like the whole family. I know definitely for my grandmother, she's the rock for everything of ours. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I definitely understand. You know what you guys were feeling on Sunday. I could only imagine. 10 years is a long time, but at the same time, it feels like it was probably like yesterday.
It does feel like it was just yesterday, and I always, things always, you know, like today in the meeting or like whatever, or like enchiladas. Like I love red enchiladas, and my grandma made the best enchilada sauce like on earth.
Did she leave you the recipe?
I mean, I know how to make it like she did, but I swear it still
Can't
doesn't
even
come
eat it,
out
though.
right. I know. I try to not eat a lot of nightshades, which are chilies. So chilies are nightshades, I should say. So
we're gonna have a whole episode on food and diet, and Jimmy's gonna cook for us.
Yes, we definitely are gonna do that. I want to share some of my food tips. You know, since I'm so skinny and fit.
Actually, you do look a lot skinnier today. He probably has 3 girdles on.
Wow. First of all, I only wear 1. I don't wear 3. I couldn't breathe if I wore 3.
I have one. It's a fucked up story, but a funny story, whatever. When I was working, I'll just say, who cares, right? When I was working at Charlie's, one of the queens are like, "Oh, you're gaining so much fucking weight," like making fun of me. So it was like getting to my head, like I was getting sad about it. Tell me why this bitch put a man like girdle thing in the DJ booth for me and said, "Here's a gift from me." I was like, a little bit of me was offended, but another part of me, I looked it up and I was like, oh well, at least she got me the expensive one because
that's true.
Because they're expensive, and I tried it on
Who
when I
bought
used Claudia.
Interesting. Interesting.
But anyways, I could tell you guys stories about my journey with my weight gain and stuff, and how fucked up the community could be and make you feel like shit. You know what I mean? But because I went from being like 120 pounds to like 250 now, so it's like a big difference. But anyways, so yeah, what I was getting to is I put it on, and that shit, like after a while you're like, your back hurts and it feels weird, like
they can make your back hurt for sure.
It hurts and stuff. I don't know how.
I like to wear one because I like everything to be where it needs to be. So I don't want my gut hanging out.
I could imagine what are
different things.
The queens and people that wear like corsets and stuff.
I would never. I would not want to be dressed like that. Yeah, that's for sure. One thing I will say about my weight is I'm up and down all the time, and I don't care. You know.
Yeah, I don't. At this point, I don't go.
I think what is funny is that I get hit on by different types of people according to what my weight is. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
It's
That's
kind of funny. It's kind of funny, like the different types of people that are attracted to you at different weights. And I like I said, I have been up and down so many times in my life, so I know it's true.
I guess
different types of people are attracted to different types of people, right?
Right.
But I could almost like scientific, and I won't say because I'll get canceled, and we're already gonna get canceled because we have Black Rose.
Well, tonight is the canceled. This is probably our last episode because
we're gonna get canceled.
We do have Black Rose. I think she's called the Cancel Queen of Arizona.
I think so. I think
so. And you know what? Who gives a fuck? Wear that shit proud, right?
Yeah. There's people who always try to cancel me or will say things to me or whatever, and my thing is like, be about it, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's so many people just it's just whatever.
We'll
talk about it.
My main thing is about that really is, you're not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. Like,
yeah, no, you're not.
And as a performer, you're putting yourself out there, all of yourself, right? Mm-hmm. You're putting your art out there, which is, something you love.
And also, like, art is, I don't want to say exaggerated, but it is. It's like your artist persona is an exaggerated version of yourself.
Yeah,
right? Like when I'm doing what I'm doing as an entertainer, it's far different than what I'm doing as a citizen, right? Or as an elected official, right? Like those are different things.
What
right?
you
those
do on your OnlyFans page is not what you do at the city. First
of all, I do not have an OnlyFans. I do joke about that sometimes. But
all I'm gonna say is about OnlyFans is go to my circuit party on June 1st, and you'll see Jimmy's OnlyFans playing on the screen. I should put like a picture of you just dancing with your shirt off or something.
Oh my god. There are no pictures of me dancing with my shirt off because I keep my clothes on, for the record. But let me talk about my weekend. I didn't talk about my weekend. So my weekend was pretty interesting. I had the honor of going to the City of Tolleson's charity golf tournament on Friday morning. And I've actually never really gone to a golf tournament because I don't golf. So, but it was cool because I went around with the mayor and we went, we met all the different groups. And
were you like his baggy, or what do they call it? The guys walking around with the golf?
I don't know because I don't golf. Caddy?
Caddy.
Yeah, well, the
mayor. Not daddy.
The mayor didn't golf either, but we...
Oh, he doesn't?
No, we just went around and we thanked everyone for being there and stuff. And it raised money for the VFW, for our local VFW chapter, which it's a great cause, I think. They gave the ultimate sacrifice. They committed to the military, and they're veterans of foreign wars.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So they've been there. They've fought for our country, and
they deserve to have
a nice place, and that's what they're working on getting over here in Tolleson.
Whole new building.
They've been building and self-funding and working on it themselves. So it's just going through phases, and so it's taking them a little while. And unfortunately, they recently had some setbacks where somebody went in there and stole all the copper.
Oh my god.
So it's just whatever we can do to help the VFW. I will always be there to help them. So
one thing about Tolleson is they're really good at raising money and getting things done. We're
very community oriented for sure. So anyway, that was on Friday. I got to do that, and then on Saturday I DJ'd for the West Side Recreation Program, which is an amazing program that an amazing nonprofit that's run by Justice of the Peace Pep Guzman. So he's the Agua Fria district. So he's like pretty much all the Southwest Valley. He's our Justice of the Peace. But he has this amazing golf tournament. I think there was like 200 plus golfers. They were all hyped. They had so much fun. Well, anyway, my DJ booth was right next to, I shouldn't probably put them on blast like that, but I'm going to. The Hooters girls were right next to me, and that was an interesting situation with the Hooters girls.
Well, tell us what happened. We want to know. We want to know.
So I might have got hit on by one of the Hooters girls. She was like dancing and trying to get me to come over to her, and I'm like,
She's all shaking her ass. She's like, "Come here."
So it wasn't that dramatic, but she was dancing a little provocatively, and then she's like, trying to get me to come over. So I say on the mic, hint number 1, you have no power here, right? Like joking, like I love the Wizard of Oz, so I always make like Wizard of Oz reference jokes. But anyway, she made it a point to come over to me and talk to me, and then she asked me if I was married, and my response to that was no. And then she was like, well, can I have your Instagram? And I was like, girl, I'm gay. And she was like, and here I'm telling all of my podcast viewers, but she was like, oh my God, please don't tell anybody.
Well, it's not like you're saying her name.
I'm not saying her name or whatever. And she was so sweet.
Her name was Jasmine. I'm just playing.
No, her name was, honestly, I can't even remember what her name was off the top of my head.
But I mean,
It was cute. It was cute. I mean, she shot her shot, But I
was gonna say it probably, even though like obviously you're gay, but it probably still felt good to be like hit on thank you.
I could still get girls, and I don't even really identify as gay necessarily. I mean, I have dated women in the past, but I'm not gonna date some young girl. First of all,
say what you said. He
no, I'm not.
He texts me like something funny just happened. Tells me what happened, even sends me the picture of the girl and says, I'm not trying to be anybody's daddy, or what did you say? I don't want to be.
I basically said that I didn't want to be anyone's daddy or pay for college or child support or anything like that, which is terrible. I mean, obviously, if I had a child, I would definitely take care of my child. For the record.
For the record, on record.
You know, it was a funny joke.
Yeah.
But
and she was beautiful, and that was nice. She was
really, really beautiful, and she was really sweet about it, and, you know, it was just really funny. Because I can't tell you the last time that I had a female, like, hit on me. And she was really pretty, so I'm like, well, I guess I could still get some pretty girls, too. I mean, I get some pretty nice-looking boys, so.
That wear makeup, too.
Yeah, shut up.
That are also girls, but it's okay.
My current friend plus doesn't wear makeup.
Current friend plus. So tell me, what does that mean?
I don't know what that means. I just decided that's what they were today. They're not silly. Quite my significant other.
But it's his plus one at all the events.
You know what? They're my built-in plus one.
I love that.
I like that.
That's a good one.
I really do. And I like that they're my built-in plus one.
Aww.
I do.
Anyways, so...
Stop, you hater.
I know there's some people writing in the comments. I can't really see them, but thank you so much for listening to our podcast today. Make sure you press that subscribe button, that notification button. It's absolutely free, and the more of them helps us out.
Yeah, for sure. Always like and subscribe. The other thing that I did want to share about my weekend is, you know, I've been enjoying my Sundays off. It's been super, super nice. Mm-hmm. It was so nice to just kind of get to chill. And then I spent the whole day with my family. We went to my brother's house, and, you know, just
I saw you guys were playing games and stuff.
Yeah, they were playing board games. I don't really like board games.
I love. Oh, that's what we did. I think that was Friday or Saturday. I had my friend come over, and I was like, "We're going to play board games." Like, I was determined to make sure we played board, and we did.
I mean, once in a long while, okay, fine, I'll play a board game, but it is not my thing.
It's not like we're playing Dungeons and Dragons or something like that.
No shade to the Dungeons and Dragons community.
All shade.
We like your support as well. A lot of people play that stuff. Like, it's surprising how many people are into D&D or like even Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, I didn't. And grown people, like, they're not just kid games.
On YouTube, they have like a couple. You know, I like RuPaul's Drag Race and stuff like that.
You do?
There's a couple of Drag Race girls that joined this guy that does like the Dungeons and Dragons thing, and they record the whole thing. That game is actually, it's really cool. Like how like intense,
it's really
and how creative in the storylines, and I was like, wow. Because I even asked Taryn, I go, "This is really them playing?" He goes,
yeah, and it's really like intricate too. Like there's a lot to it. You build up like your whole story. It's very fascinating. Not for me.
Yeah.
But,
I get you.
It is what it is. People like to do what they like to do. Yeah. So anyway, I mean, that was my weekend, just the golf tournaments, and then my normal gigs, and then, you know, I had my Sunday to myself, and so it was kind of cool. I hadn't really been feeling good since last week, so it was kind of
chill.
It was nice that, I mean, it was busy, but it was chill.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Good.
It wasn't like crazy events or I'm having to do a whole lot of stuff, so it was cool.
For sure.
Cool. Yeah.
So I think we're ready to, what are we doing first? Hot topics?
Oh, yeah, we were going to talk about, hot topics.
Hot topics.
So, Justin Bieber and, what's her name? Hailey Bieber are expecting their first child.
Their first baby. Like, oh, my God. How old is Justin Bieber now?
He's got to be, like, mid-20s, right?
I feel
Jonas, is he your age, Justin Bieber?
Can you look it up?
He's 27.
He's 27?
Only 20. We're going to find out. But I think, when I think of Justin Bieber, I don't see, like, you know how he's all, like, tatted now and this, like...
He's 30.
Oh, almost my age.
Wow.
I'm only
He's older than
25.
I did not know that.
Yeah. But when I think of Justin Bieber, I'm like, to me, I think of like that little kid with the little swoop, and like, I don't think like.
It's crazy to think he's a grown ass man that's expecting a child. I mean, hopefully he's a good father.
Some people are some people think they're like, oh, just he's so hot. I'm like, I don't see it, but cool.
Justin Bieber is nice looking.
Because I seen him as a little kid, so I feel like a fucking creepy.
He grew up into a nice looking man for sure.
And I think he's a really like honestly like what we see in media and stuff like that. You got to remember like. Even like for people like us in the industry, what you guys see in the media is really not what they're like in real life. There's no way. I'm sure he's an amazing person and really nice. He's gonna be an amazing father.
And he's been with that girl for a long time now, right?
So I have a question though. Do you think Selena Gomez is a little sour? Because she's still sour, I feel like.
Is she?
Yeah, she's so like when he got married, it was like a big deal.
I think like with that kind of stuff, like
The girls won't leave her alone.
the girls
Yeah.
won't leave her alone.
Like all the other celebrity like girls that were around her are like, I feel like they like antagonate it to like get her all wild up.
Well, I mean, what you have to do in those types of situations, right, is just be happy for the person. Obviously, you had love for that person at some point in your life. Like,
Absolutely.
any of my exes, I don't think that I would be upset if they found somebody and moved on, because I've moved on with my life, right? Like, good for them. Like, I'd be happy for them if they
Right.
found their person.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
And they're building a family, and that's beautiful.
As he starts to cry, and I was like,
I'm allergic to that kind of talk.
he's all, this is bullshit, but
No, I mean, I really do believe that. Like, if somebody that I was with, that I'm no longer with, if they move on and they find somebody, I'm happy for them. Genuinely.
yeah,
Like, because I want people to find joy in their life, including myself.
You know, it took me a second, but I feel the same way. I dated someone in the past, and this is like 10 years ago or probably more. It's literally the person that he left me for. They got married, had a kid, and everything, and I'm happy for them. Like,
Yeah.
anybody that's ever been in our lives, if it's for that season or whatever, we should be. I mean, we cared for them at one point. We should be happy for their journey in life, you know.
I agree.
And not be upset or mad or whatever.
I
But
just realized who you were talking
so, so I think that with anything, you know, with anybody, fucking John. By the way, we are interviewing today. We're interviewing.
Yes.
We're interviewing
No.
Jonas. We're interviewing Jonas
No.
tonight.
Is he?
Yeah.
No.
Else?
No, that's another one.
Moving on.
That's weird. Anyway, I was gonna bring up. So Kelly Clarkson did an interview with Whoopi Goldberg, and
Oh, yeah, I
she
remember.
admitted that she used weight loss drugs. Right? She says it wasn't the one you think, so it wasn't Ozempic, but it was something else. And Whoopi Goldberg was also talking about using Ozempic.
Now she's using it.
Yeah, well, actually, she's using a weight loss drug. I'm not sure if they're using Ozempic, but it's something like it, right? Both of them have used it. I mean, and actually today, as a matter of fact, I just read, is it Wegovy? What's the other one? Anybody
I
know?
don't know.
Anyway, so there's another one. I just read a study about it. You'd think I'd remember the stupid name of the drug. Wegovy, something like that. Anyway, they're like having really good like results, like long-term results on these medications and stuff like that. And you know, obviously, like I'm a person who obviously struggles with my weight, and sometimes, like I said, I would go up and down. I've actually been considering it. Like
That shit's expensive though. It's
maybe-
$500 a month for the
Ozempic.
yeah. Because my doctor offered it to me. He's like, your insurance won't pay for it, but I'll prescribe it to you, $500 a month. I'm like, no, I can't afford $500 a month.
I'm about to go sell Jonas on the corner so I can get me some Ozempic.
What?
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Jonas.
It's called Wegovy.
Wegovy, right? Wegovy.
That's the other one.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I mean, it's something that I would consider. Now, I've had great luck in my life with losing weight, by just changing my diet and exercising, which I think is really what it's all about.
Yeah.
And that's definitely like been my goal for this year, is to lose some weight, because I need to. I put some weight back on, and it's just not so nice to my joints, and I have really bad arthritis, so it's just not fun. But it's definitely something that I've considered.
Oh my god.
So I love that. I love that people are not being ashamed of it.
Of like
Right?
saying it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on Ozempic.
Who gives
Oh
a
well.
fuck?
Yeah, Oprah puts the O on Ozempic. She don't
It's
care.
funny. My doctor told me about it like a year or two ago before it actually came out. Because he said, he was like, hey, because he recommended, they were gonna put me on this like weight loss surgery, and then he was like, well, let's wait a year. This medicine's gonna come out, and that because they tried it out in other countries, it was like okay to buy before America, and he told me about it like. Right away, he told me about it, but $500 is a lot of money.
That's a lot. I'm sure there's some other options that are cheaper. Hopefully, I mean that's not very accessible to the.
Probably
everyday
Botox
patient.
would be cheaper than spending $500 a month to be on that every month.
Yeah. Well, probably the cheapest thing is eating right. And exercising.
There's another hot topic we were gonna talk about. I can't remember now. I don't have my phone with my notes.
This is like, it's Ozempic is so popular, it's affecting hair care.
Your hair care? Oh wow.
It changes your hair texture. Interesting.
Hmm.
Interesting. I'm gonna take it. You know what's funny is one of the medications that they had me on. I used to have. I mean, I still have pretty straight hair, but the way my hair pattern, like the way my hair grows, one of the medications really changed my hair. Like the texture of it, the way it feels, the way it grows. My hair is a lot more wild than it used to be before the medication that I was on. That medication. I don't want kids. I'm somebody who is very open about the fact that I don't really want kids. I might consider maybe adopting or fostering like later in life, but I don't really
want your own.
I'm not in a position to, with the things that I do, to do the things that I do and be the father that I would expect myself to be. So I just wouldn't want to.
I think regardless, so you would.
That.
I think you would be an amazing father. Like,
well, thank you.
Even though you think you wouldn't, I think you have a soft heart for kids.
I do. I mean,
I
was
you
a
teach
teacher for a really
kids
long
and stuff like that.
time.
So
yeah. So, but what I was saying is, saying I don't want kids and being told you can't have kids while you're on this medication are two different things.
Wow.
Like, I was pretty devastated when they told me that.
You're like, oh shit.
I was like, whoa, like,
what if I want?
Like, I can't have kids, like, because I thought I was gonna have to be on that medication for the rest of my life, and then like, so then what do I do? Like, I would have to suffer greatly and probably not be able to really walk in order to have a kid. So I mean, thankfully, I'm in a much better position now, and having a kid is an option for me if I want. But you know, I just don't see it in the cards for me in the immediate future. There would have to be some big changes in my life. Like, I would need to have a partner. We would have to have a very stable life. I would not be able to do the work in the entertainment industry, at least in the way
you would have to stop your OnlyFans.
I would my OnlyFans would have to be canceled. But no, I'm thinking that I would probably take a job as a teacher or an administrator or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, like a regular 9-to-5 kind of situation, because I would want to be there for my kid to watch them grow. And you know, I'm really lucky right now because I get to spend a lot of time with my brother's baby.
Yeah.
You know, I babysit her most days during the week, and I get to watch a lot of her milestones. And
I was gonna say, that's what I feel like. I'm not a father, but I am like a father because I have all my nieces and nephews I take care of. And I think that's, like, I guess our part on this earth is to be there for them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I have lots of godchildren and I have one niece, but I have lots of little cousins, and
for now you have one. You don't know. Maybe your sister will have a baby.
Well, I know they all want. Michael, my brother, wants more kids. My sister Melissa wants kids. My sister Samantha wants kids. I'm the only one who's like pretty adamant about not wanting kids.
Hell no. What else? Oh, I remembered my last hot topic.
What's that?
So Keeping Up with the Kardashians is new seasons coming out, and they put out their commercial and all that. So on there, the main focus is Momager, the mom, has cancer. And it's what I'm thinking is crazy because, they record that so long ago that they're using that to kind of like get ratings and stuff like that. How do you feel about that when people that's a real life situation? They have exploited themselves like to the ultimate power, like, right? Like, they took the Paris Hilton model. Can't call it the Kardashian model because Paris Hilton did it first. Yeah. They took remember Paris and Nicole, and Paris Hilton's sex video came out. Kim used to be her assistant. No, but they're coming out with a new one. I'm excited to see what that's going to be about.
So the Kardashians took that Paris Hilton model, right, and they ran with it. But they exploit so many things. Even like,
it's not surprising to you anymore.
This is not surprising. Yeah. And and it's really sad because this is like a major health struggle and like something really serious.
I guess I should have did my research and look what kind of cancer she had. But yeah, what you were gonna say.
I even have a hard time with like Caitlyn Jenner, right?
Yeah.
And her transition.
Oh my God.
I don't know that I even believe that that's real and genuine, especially because of their politics and the way that they behave. It's off-putting. So it's like, was that for ratings too? Is that real, or do you really feel like
I feel like she is a real trans woman. I think that I don't know if these are the correct ways of saying it, but when she was Bruce, was very hard for him and sad, and I mean, I'm glad that he's able to be himself, but like you said, some of his like thought process on how she lives her life is crazy weird to me.
Well, she's an extreme MAGA person, first of all.
Huge.
So, it's just, I don't know, that whole family, like, you can never take anything that they say or do at face value. Like, it's because everything's for show. Everything is so, I mean, does she really have cancer?
That's true, Jimmy. I did not think of that.
You know,
let's have a big meeting. We're gonna come out with the next episode.
The sex tape in the beginning.
Right.
Did that sex tape come out on accident? I doubt it.
No.
I highly doubt it. I am sure that.
But you're right. Every season has some kind of, the season when Lamar was on drugs and had the overdose and all that stuff, and then the season that, every season has, Kim getting married and then a divorce.
And real life does have that kind of stuff, right? We all have, windy roads that we have to navigate. Mm-hmm. But, I just feel like sometimes it doesn't seem genuine with them. It doesn't.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that, some of the stuff doesn't happen, but they've, in my opinion, they have sold their souls for money. They've really just sold their souls, their complete privacy. They've just given it all for money, and is it worth it?
Yeah.
Is it worth it? All of them have had divorces, and their kids and their baby daddies have issues, and their families are just so chaotic because of the choices that they have made to put themselves through this over and over and over again for a decade or more now? 2 decades?
Yeah, 2 decades for sure.
It's been a really long time.
I don't know if you know this. I'm sure you probably do, but they actually own a church, and you have to pay a membership. It's like a huge.
Kanye does, or the Kardashians?
The Kardashians. The mom does.
She owns
a church. In
so
a
this
really
sounds like a tax scheme.
That's what I was getting to. So that's exactly what it is. So she owns this church. You have to be a paid member to be a part of this church. They probably, I don't want to talk shit because I'm not there or whatever, but I don't see them as they go to the church or, it's just, but they've said we obviously use this for our taxes and to make money. So they do have a church that they run.
That is so Trumpy. That's so gross. That's just gross.
Yeah.
I mean,
Kanye's church is not like that at all.
Don't even get me started on frickin' Kanye. That joke
Sunday service.
That joke from the Tom Brady roast where they talked about.
I didn't see it. Did you see the whole
roast? I
watched
most of it. It was so long. I guess I didn't watch maybe the last 15 minutes because I was like, okay, I'm ready to go home. But I was at my brother's house. That's what I watched on
That's
Sunday.
Another hot topic.
But they made a joke about Kim. They didn't know if she was more nervous being there at the roast or for being there at the roast and what they're going to say about her or something like that, or because her kids are at home with their dad. Oh my gosh, that's so terrible. Anyway, the Kardashians are trash.
Did you know that what you guys saw on Netflix when Kim Kardashian was speaking was actually edited? So the crowd actually booed her so loud and all this that before they put it on Netflix, they had to take all the audience audio off and place it with other audio because they were booing her the whole time.
Wow.
So I don't know. I haven't seen the actual thing. I just saw clips and stuff like that, and I saw the difference between the boos and the original because people obviously were there and they recorded it. And then on the Netflix, there's a part in the Netflix where she's like, "Really, guys?" while she was talking to the audience.
One thing that I will say, and then we can move on to our guest. One thing that I will say about the Kardashians is, I know that their brand is to be dumb, like dumb bimbo.
Yeah, they're obviously smart.
I don't know if bimbo is a politically correct term. But they're obviously super smart and calculated, and everything they do is calculated. That's why they've made all the money that they've made, and they have all the successful businesses that they do. I just think that the way that they have done it is kind of gross.
So it's fair to say that you're not a fan of the Kardashians.
No, definitely
not. I am entertained by the drama and the show, and I do like to watch the show.
I've actually never been a fan of reality TV.
Oh, reality TV.
I've never.
I thought you used to. I thought you. What about like the game show, like Big Brother and stuff
Nope.
like that? No.
Nope, I've never watched that kind of stuff. I don't watch a lot of TV.
Mm-hmm.
Really, the only thing that I make time to watch on TV is mostly like superhero content. Like I've watched all of the Arrowverse shows: Flash, Green Arrow, Supergirl, Black Lightning. I've watched them all. I haven't finished Batwoman. The first season, I didn't want to
Did you
continue.
watch Gotham?
I loved Gotham. I watched the entire season of our series of Gotham.
That kid did such a good job.
You know, I've watched a lot of like the DC ones that are on 8 Max.
Like Flash, like the
you
Flash
know?
one.
Oh yeah, I
and
love
stuff
Flash.
like-
I love Flash. But so I watched a lot of that stuff. I watched Marvel stuff, like whatever, like superhero stuff. There's that one, The Boys, that's on Prime, which is totally like crass and not family friendly, but it's good. So I like that kind of stuff, or like animated superhero stuff. But that's pretty much it. That's like how I get my entertainment. With
I
superhero,
watch a lot of TV.
comic booky stuff.
I'm always on YouTube or watching TV.
Yeah, I just have never been a big TV person. I also do like Star Trek as well. So like I used to I would get in trouble because Star Trek would come on at 9
Late at
o'clock
night.
at night, and my bedtime was 9 o'clock at night,
And you'll be up watching.
and I would be sneaking in my room, like all with my TV really low, watching Star Trek: The Next Generation. Like what in the nerdy?
That is nerdy.
world?
How old
And
were
I
you?
would get in
Wait,
trouble.
how old were you?
Oh my god, I was little, like
Oh,
8,
okay.
9.
Because I was going to
Like-
say, do you guys remember when we had like the big cable boxes from Cox? And they're like huge. And they're like red and the buttons
Oh
are
yeah.
on top.
Uh-huh.
Well, if you put the antenna a certain way outside, you were able to get HBO Max at night.
Oh my
And
god. You
this
would
is how I
not watch Skinamax. You are horrible.
So this is how I knew I liked The Boys, because they had like, it would be like soft porn. They weren't really having
Yeah,
sex
that's
on
soft
there,
porn.
but I would just be like, not even knowing like, I don't know what the terms of playing with yourselves is, but I would just watch it and be like, oh my god, that's hot. But do you remember that shit? Like the
Yes.
boxes?
Yes, I definitely do. All right, are we ready for our guest?
We are ready,
All right,
ready.
We're gonna bring the one and only Black Rose out here. Nothing's coming up on the screen right now.
We're gonna
Play the video of the Black Rose.
You can't kill a bitch that's already dead. Are you ready for some more? Welcome back to Black Rose. See you fuckers on June 3rd.
Scene. All right, we're back with Black Rose.
Oh my god.
She made the lights go out.
The cancel queen herself is in the
Yes.
building. Black Rose, what is up?
What's up, you guys?
How you been?
Canceled, and I love it.
I was gonna say, are you back from the dead?
I was never dead.
Period.
I've always been dead, bitch. They never killed me. What's up, you guys?
I'm so excited to have you on the show, because you're like one of our, well, definitely speaking for you, I'm sorry, Jamie, but you're definitely one of our favorite people in Arizona. You know, you keep it real 100% no matter what bullshit or anything that's being thrown at you. So we definitely love you for that, for sure.
Yes, thank you. Not a lot of people here in Phoenix love me for that, though.
Hey, you know what? You're creative, you're talented, you're a genuinely nice person. So, you know, I will work with you anytime. Like, I don't care.
We're live. You need to stop saying that I'm nice.
But she's a little,
She's a horrible witch.
she's a bitch. She's mean.
I said it with a W, not a B. I said it with a hard B.
Yes, I love that though.
She loves it hard.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I'm a toss-up.
Ooh, period. So, one of my very first questions is your name. How
Yes.
did you get the name Black Rose?
So, I've been doing drag for 18 years now. I started off in Mexico. I grew up in Nogales, right on the border. And my first name was Monica.
Oh,
I know, it's like so basic.
Monica.
Yeah, it was Monica.
But it's in Spanish, right?
Monica.
Rodriguez.
Uh-huh.
And then afterwards, I was doing like cross dressing, like I was imitating like celebrities and all that fun stuff. And then I started doing drag here in the States, and I switched it from Monica. I was doing pageants in Dallas, Texas. And then I changed it from Monica to Adriana, and then from Adriana it was to Selena. And then I lived in San Francisco, and in San Francisco it was just Audrey. And then Black Rose, when I came to the scene here, I moved here during the pandemic. So when I came to the scene here, I was like, what is my favorite color, my favorite flower? Black Rose.
Period. I love that.
I was like, that's it.
So you've
had
been
a journey of
yeah.
drag. That's
So how
awesome.
long have you been performing for?
Performing without taking breaks, I want to say like at least 10 years.
You performed for 10 years. You
Yes.
started in Nogales,
Mhm.
and then you moved to Texas.
First I moved to San Francisco, and then I moved to Dallas, Texas. I lived in San Francisco for 4 years, and I was performing in San Francisco. And then moved to Dallas, Texas for two years.
Okay, so out of all the places all the different scenes and places you've been, what was your favorite city? Like, where do you feel like you were like, you learned a lot from and you really enjoyed it and stuff like that? I mean, who gives a fuck? You're canceled already, so.
I'll see here, honestly.
Period.
I was not this popular
Uh-huh.
in other states. Yeah, I had my gigs and everything, but here we just went to Goth Night, Estelle and I, another canceled queen, hi bitch.
Period.
We went to Goth Night, and I was like, oh yeah, my name is Black Rose, and they're like, oh, we've heard of you. And I was like,
From the
even in
moment you got
goth,
here.
even in the goth scene, I'm like, I'm known, so yeah, I'm embracing the cancel term.
Period.
You definitely bring something different, so different is not always accepted, but
Yeah.
I
I
think
love
it's
it.
amazing. Like I love the Coven show because it was something
What's
so
that?
dope. Whatever. I liked that show because of how different it was, but that was like, that was your baby, that was your creation, and your looks. I never know what to expect. I don't even know where your eyes are right now. Like, your looks are fun. They're different, right? Every other girl's trying to like look glamorous or whatever.
I've
and
done
you
the
have these-
pageant things, and you've seen me with like pretty makeup
Yeah.
and everything.
Oh, yes.
I performed at Cash and with like really glamorous makeup, and I can do it. I'm a makeup artist. I can wear prosthetics. I can be beautiful. I can win a pageant if I want to. But this is like more of my vibe.
That's what you
This
want.
is more of like, I feel beautiful like this. I'm trans non-binary. So I like to play with gender sometimes. I like to. I'm in real life. I'm bald. You guys have seen me bald. And I don't know. I just like to fuck with people's minds. I like people getting mad. And it's fun.
It's entertainment, right?
Yeah.
You're entertaining even when they don't know they're being entertained. So
Tonight I'm serving like some goth pageant for you guys.
I love it.
I'm literally wearing a
And
gown.
you-
I made this headpiece today.
Yeah. What is it made out of? So
It is zip ties.
Uh-huh.
It is gardening wire with tinfoil and with fabric wrapped
All in
around
one day.
and lights and everything. Yes.
I
I
love
mean,
it.
it looks awesome.
Thank
so
you.
I mean,
Thank
good
you.
work.
And it lights up and it perfectly matches with the background too. The purple
Perfect.
It does, yeah.
I think that we're definitely, for our next season, we should bring you back and you should like do us up. Make
I'm
us.
so down. Do you guys want to see them in drag?
I'm sure if you guys want to see us do a little, what would you say, like darker.
We'll do some like pretty drag, like pageant drag, and then we'll do some like spooky drag.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Just
Why do
like
I gotta
Jimmy-
be the spooky queen?
Because you're the sexy nada, you're the juicy.
You're already the one that wears all the stones already, bitch.
Yeah, so we'll make you spooky.
Okay.
And I'll be the
I
pretty
like that,
one.
Actually.
And then we'll
I
make
like
you
that.
pretty. We'll make you the beautiful.
We'll have to
pretty one.
shave and stuff like that.
No, we could do it with beards. Fuck it. That's so
So,
fun.
you started your journey, you said about 10 years ago. There's obviously a lot of like, different shows on TV, right? You have RuPaul's Drag Race, you have Dragula, even the one that's in Mexico. I always forget the name of
La
it.
Más Draga.
La Más Draga. Out of all those shows, do you see yourself being on any of those shows? Do you want to be on any of the
Bitch,
shows?
I saw myself on season 6 and I didn't get the call back. So
To be honest, though, like, I've auditioned for Drag Race when I lived in San Francisco.
Uh-huh.
I auditioned twice. I auditioned for season 4 and season 5. And then recently I auditioned for season 6 of Dragula. I know I didn't get it because, I mean, on the interview, they make you do an interview and everything. On the interview, I was like, I'm a rebellious child. I don't follow rules. I don't like being told what to do. And they wanted us to do, like, an acting challenge.
Uh-huh.
And then to do something in public. And I didn't do it either alone.
Mm-hmm.
But I said it in the interview. I was like, I will not be doing these because I don't like to be told to do it.
Oh, my God.
So I was like, maybe my punkness, my fuck you and all this. Oh, can we cuss in here?
Yeah.
Okay. My fuck yous and everything, I was like, maybe it'll be like, oh, this bitch is crazy. Let's get her. But no, so next year I'm gonna do.
So,
You're gonna do what they say.
I'm gonna do everything they say. I'm gonna.
she's gonna go back and be like, yes, I do everything that I'm told to do.
Yes,
I am
I'm
an
the
obedient
perfect
child.
I could really see you, on that show even winning that show because you're very talented. I've seen you. I mean, I've seen you perform, and I'm always like, you always have these amazing looks.
Thank you.
Even like the first time I saw you, I was like, who is this bitch? Like a sick name, you know what I mean?
Actually, the very first time that we met each other was for the Neo Huru show that you hosted at Cash for the Christmas one. That was a lot of fun. That was my first time ever doing like an actual alternate show with some Dragula girls. I told you guys are gonna get canceled. So
That's fine.
You guys
Speak
had
on
me
it.
here.
Speak it on it.
No, but I had a lot of fun because it was Neo Huru and turned out we performed with the winner.
Yeah.
So,
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was the first time we worked together,
And
and then I love working with you. I love obviously Jimmy Davis or our fucking Coven DJ.
She always, instead of saying just Jimmy, she always says Jimmy Davis.
Yes,
A
Jimmy
lot
Davis.
of people do that. You know
Jimmy
what?
Davis.
Like people do not just call me by my
Can
first
we
name.
can we say like can we talk a little bit and this is probably whatever, right? We're canceled, I guess. Can I just say something fucking crazy about that show in particular?
Yes.
The amount of money and time and stuff I put into that.
You should have paid
She
me.
was a fucking horrible entertainer.
I mean,
I know. I don't know if you could say what you want to say because you.
oh, I can. I don't care.
I think that I don't know. I was just so like when she won the season. She has amazing looks. She has amazing. It's fucking cool.
Yeah.
But performing is
Performing wasn't
not
her strength.
her strength. Bitch, she hopped around smoking her fucking vape.
I was gonna say if I would have paid what you paid for them, I would have expected a show. I feel like not for anything, but because I was doing my audition song for Dragula. I brought like the whole wax pouring, and then on my second number, I painted my entire face like. Hold on, let me not get canceled. I painted like I did black acrylic and stuff like that. You know, it was like a very like sentimental number.
It was really good.
So I feel like what you paid for her for someone to be like vaping on stage and stuff. I'm like,
She was vaping on stage.
She was vaping and just
Canceled.
jumping up and down.
I'm like,
Canceled.
I would have like really given it my all. I would have done more.
Even people thought like Black Rose was the Dragula queen because sometimes people come to this.
Yeah, people would ask me like, "Oh, were you on the show too?" And I'm like, "No, I'm trying to, but no."
Sometimes people come to the shows that are not like knowing of the show or whatever.
I started watching that show. I only watched some
He
of
saw
season
season
1,
one.
and I was what like our production value of our podcast is better than that.
I mean,
And I'm just like, okay, but apparently the rest of the seasons are better.
Yeah,
but that is definitely your vibe for sure, and you would kill it. I
was
know
so,
you would kill
but like
it.
I said, I was so surprised. I mean, like I said, did you pick her as your winner?
let me remember who was in the finale. It was Neo Huru, and it was she's the only one because the finalists I didn't really care for their attitude or anything. So
What was the name of the guy? He was
Rob Zombie.
He was Mexican, yeah.
Oh,
his looks were
yes, orgotic. That's one that I wanted to bring.
God, we
that
need
I want
to bring him
in the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one that I want to bring. He's from Argentina.
He's in it. He's not in
he's
the,
amazing.
He was so freaking
He uses
cool.
fucking saran wrap and stuff, so I'm like,
So let's talk a little bit more about you.
yes.
What do you do outside of performing? Let's talk to the audience about what else you do.
Outside of performing, I just started a recent job. I am working booking hotels.
Period.
From home. So I get to sit there and, eat my chips while I'm taking
I said, girl, send me the link because I want to do the same thing.
I also do nails. I have a nail salon now. I do it part-time. I hang out with my dogs, with my partner, Summerfield. I think they're watching. Hi, babe.
Hi.
They also do drag. They're non-binary. And then I have 2 little chihuahuas. I know you hate dogs, but...
I don't hate dogs. I just don't want
No,
one.
that's not what you said.
Off camera, he said, I hate
camera.
dogs.
I don't really like animals or children.
They
It's
said I
fine.
hate animals and children.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
But then again, they teach children. So.
oh.
Yeah.
No, but yeah,
I want them in my home life.
I wanted, so if anybody ever wants to hit you up to get nails and stuff like that, where can they find you for all that?
So you can find me on Instagram. You can find my email there, or you can find my cell phone number there where you can text me. All you hating assholes, hit me up.
Get your nails done, bitches.
It's under Black Rose Nails Tempe. Yes, my Instagram.
All right.
For the nails.
And then, for sure, this is a question that I wanted to ask because I'm going to ask her, too, when she's on our show one day.
Oh, hold on.
Go
Wait,
ahead.
that thought. This is also something else that I do. I brought you guys a little gift. A little
Oh.
thank you gift.
Oh, my God.
It's a little.
Thank you.
It's a little stickers that I made. I drew all of them. They're gonna be on sale when we give you guys the surprise.
Oh.
But they're gonna be on sale there. So it has
I
all
love these.
kinds. It's got a corn dog. It's
So
got,
people,
yeah.
so you drew these,
Yes, I did.
and then people could pay you. Oh, I'm gonna have to get some stickers made, girl.
Yes, let me know if you guys want any stickers. Hit me up on my Instagram as well. It's Black Rose Queen with a V. So
Yeah, we're gonna have Jonas take a picture of this and put it on our Instagram for
Yes.
sure to help you promote. So my question is, who is the most canceled and hated queen in Arizona? Is it you or Estelle?
Or Gabagool.
I didn't say that.
I mean, my sister Gabagool. I love Gabagool. I don't give a fuck what people say about them. Here's the thing. I think I was telling you earlier.
Yeah.
With Gabagool's situation, I don't have any reason to hate her because I was not around when all that situation happened with the TQA and bullshit like that. So I'm like, this girl, they have really been like super nice and friendly.
Yeah,
with me and
I've honestly
everything,
never
so.
had a negative interaction with Gabagool
Yeah.
either. Gabagool
So
plays
what-
in the volleyball league, and he's super kind. Or they are super kind. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I use the
no,
right
and then
pronouns.
with Estelle, well, she's a piece of trash. She deserved to get canceled.
Yeah.
And
She's a trash
She's
bag person.
she's a very
she's my
horrible
best friend.
person.
I love
And the
her.
singing.
I love Estelle as well. I love Estelle.
I love them. And yeah, and well, me, I don't, honestly, till this fucking day, I don't understand why I was canceled. Yes, I called the T-slur some girl, and I called her botched and whatever, but it was in the heat of the moment. I was defending my best friend and everything, you know. And then some shit was going on Facebook, and I tagged my sister because nobody else tagged her, and I got canceled, so.
Like,
I love it,
like
though.
what we were saying earlier, though, like you really can't worry about, and you're not gonna always be everybody's cup of tea.
No, for
So,
sure.
I know I'm not.
you obviously have a fan base, and you have people that support you and care about you. I know we do. And saying all that, I know we've been posting a little bit online. We do have an announcement tonight, right?
Yeah.
We do. So, should I
Well,
tell
you
her?
say you're the producer.
All right,
yeah.
so
Oh, well, she told me the
Oh, yeah.
titles.
We said the titles already.
She's like, Jimmy said he's the producer. You're the DJ.
Yep.
And I'm the
exactly.
performer.
So I'm going to be producing a brand new show by Black Rose from Black Rose here at Jimmy Davis Music Studios. It's going to be called Back to Black Rose,
Yes.
and it'll be here the first Monday of every month starting in June.
Yeah.
So tickets will go on sale tomorrow morning. So be sure to get them out, and we'll put the flyer out tomorrow morning as well.
Kicking off Pride Month.
Yep, we're going to be kicking off Pride Month.
Listen, if they hate on me for the first show, I'm just gonna call it transphobia because it's during Pride. You can't hate on people, you know. So
You know what?
if you hate on me, you're transphobic.
Exactly. You know, it's gonna be a great. It's gonna be a great show. I mean, she has some really good people lined up for the show.
So in the show, we have Samantha Davis will be performing, Cheryl will be performing, Louis
We have
Darko.
Louis Darko. We have Estelle Deville.
Boo!
No, she's not gonna do it. I asked her already too.
She said no.
Yeah, she's trash.
I love her though, for real. Her look is awesome.
I know she always serves cunt. That's why we're best friends.
We got to talk about her a
was
little
huge
bit.
fan.
'Cause
But Danny Licious, your bestie.
No.
can you make that thing? Can you make that thing go down?
I know, right? And then
I don't have a problem with Danny
Oh.
Licious. Danny Licious has a problem with themselves.
Who else do we have?
and then me.
Period.
Obviously, who else?
You got your dancer. What's her
Oh
name?
yes, we have Aiden. He's gonna be helping us. He's gonna be our little stage slut.
He's gonna be your
Little
dirty
phone and
little
everything.
slut.
Yes, he's gonna be our little dirty little slut.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really excited for it. Like I said, tickets will go on sale tomorrow.
You don't get the address of the location unless you buy a ticket, so you better fucking buy a ticket.
Yeah, you guys just support the show. It's gonna be a great show. Very good, good entertainers. The DJ is so good. He's an award-winning DJ.
Oh,
he has
come on.
he has 3 awards. He's really good. He's also canceled.
Yeah, he's actually a replacement because I couldn't DJ it myself because I am busy doing volleyball stuff, so I won't get here until late. So we had a second place it with the
DJ
second
Image.
place gay DJ in all of Phoenix, DJ Image. So
No,
You should have really named the show Canceled.
that would be cute. We'll make
Produced, DJ'd, and hosted by a canceled.
I definitely want to have a canceled show
And
with
have
some
our-
performers that have been canceled. You know, like just talking about like cancel culture and stuff. Like we have to be really, really careful of how we treat people
Real talk.
because you know, like not everybody would be as strong as you and be able to take the amount of beatings that you've had to take, and for what? Like, you know, you haven't done anything to harm anyone or do anything like that. You know what I mean? It's not like you're sacrificing a dog during your show.
that we
You
know
know
of.
that. I just
You
it
guys
back
did
there.
do communion that one time, and I was like up in arms.
Listen, that was not my idea. That was Eclipse Uranus.
I was
and I
like-
was like, that's too much. I said, and she's like, we're still gonna do it. I was like,
It was too much. I was like, I do not like this. There was the one time where I was a little uncomfortable during your show, but I mean, it is what.
Listen,
it is.
part of being that show too, and I mean, I do apologize that it made you feel uncomfortable,
No, it's
but
okay.
being
Your
an
show pushes
alternative
boundaries.
queen, yeah, is about like making people feel feelings. I've had people like when I did that show that I covered myself in black acrylic. I had people come up to me after the show and were like, "That was such a moving number. Like that was so beautiful."
It was so good.
And I had people that I've done like I've eaten corn dogs on stage and throw them up and rub them all over me.
Or piss on. I seen the piss one too.
I had a pageant queen literally get up from her table as soon as she saw me like doing that, and she went backstage and threw up, and then she comes up to me and she's like, "You made me sick," and I was like, "But I made you feel something, right?"
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Well, there you go."
Period.
You moved.
That's what my drag is
And
about.
and it's creative and it's different and it's different and it's different, right?
Yeah.
Like, we need different.
Yeah.
We
Listen,
need
I love
art.
pageants. I go and support pageants.
Yeah,
but
you've done my show and done a lot of different types
I'm
of
not
songs.
a Estelle Deville who hates pageants. I actually do pageants, and I've done pageants, and I want to do pageants. I was actually gonna do the mixed pride pageant.
Oh, that would have
but
been sickening.
because I'm canceled. I was like, maybe next year.
That would have been good.
I was gonna do your competition too.
Yeah, yeah.
And actually, this gown I was gonna wear it, and I was gonna make like a bigger headpiece of this. But I like doing competitions. I like pushing my boundaries and doing all that stuff.
So who knows, you guys? Maybe we could do a pageant that's not
An alternative.
an alternative pageant,
We're gonna do an alternative pageant, guys.
honey.
Yeah.
I would love that. I would love that. I love just the art of it. Like, you know, I'm not, we all know it's very well documented that I'm not the biggest fan of drag on this earth. Like, probably not at all. But I love the it's just something different. It's refreshing. I never know what to expect. I never know what the fuck you're gonna look like. I probably couldn't pick you out in the lineup if I needed to.
It's funny because even though I'm bald, like people don't recognize me when I go out of drag to like clubs or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's very different.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, because I wear glasses out of drag and
Yeah.
stuff. So
Let's take it back a little bit though to like you as a human being, right?
Yes.
Like your beginnings. So you grew up in Nogales. So what was it like for you growing up LGBT? Like what was your experience like?
So I was bullied throughout my entire elementary, middle school, and my freshman year in high school for being a little flamboyant, little gay boy, and everything. And I remember the last time that I got bullied was in my freshman year. And he actually like beat me up and everything, and my mom came to the office and she was like, what the fuck is going on with my kid? And my mom literally had them pull the fucking kid into the office, and my mom said, what you did to my baby, I'm gonna do to you. I'm gonna whoop your ass. And the principal, obviously everybody freaked out and everything, but that was the last time that I got bullied. When I went into 10th grade to my sophomore year, I believe, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
I started like just not giving a fuck anymore. I was like, listen, I'm fucking gay. This is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have long black hair, black nails. I used to be like this little goth emo kid, you know. And nothing's changed. And I was like, at that point, I was like, fuck everybody. And once I started not caring about people, about what people thought about me, I felt like super good. I was like, I've always wanted to be famous, so I felt like a little local celebrity in Nogales. But not to put the mood down or anything like that, my dad committed suicide when I was 9 years old. So that was very hard on me growing up. I suffered depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, all this crazy shit, thanks to that. And I don't know, I just learned that whatever people tell me, it's their opinion, not mine. If I'm happy with how I look, if I'm happy with what I say, I don't care what anybody else says. I'm not doing this for them. Like, I'm doing this because I want to feel beautiful, because I want to express my art, you know, so.
And art is healing, and art is therapy, right?
1000%.
And it is a way for these looks, this art form that you have, and it is art, is your way of expressing yourself, and that makes it even more beautiful.
Thank you.
So.
Yeah, I've done numbers where I talk about like suicide, and I did Dia de los Muertos. I showed you a picture earlier. I did a Dia de los Muertos when I was doing cultural appropriation because I'm not Mexican, I'm white. It was all dedicated to my father who had passed, and then coincidentally, or I don't know if that's the correct word, but it happened that your father had just passed as well.
Oh, sure.
So I did a little tribute to your father as well, and
That was really
it was
beautiful.
dedicated to your father, and it was a, believe it or not, I'm not Christian, Catholic, nothing like that, but it was a Christian song that I did from a Christian group, and it was a Spanish song, and it was talking
really
about like
pretty.
losing someone. So yeah, so a lot of my performances are very based off of like what I'm feeling that day.
And
So
that's,
today I was feeling like
And
a
that-
queen. So.
And that
As you
makes
should.
sense. That makes sense how you say like they're not gonna make you do what you don't want to do.
Yeah.
So, and I think that sometimes when people perform, they feel like they have to do a certain thing because they're at a certain place or whatever. And I think that that's not really what it's about or what it's for. You know what I mean? It should be coming out to express what you're feeling maybe that day or what you've been going through. I know when I used to perform like right before COVID. I did a pageant and all that too. A lot of people don't really remember that era of me, but
I try to forget.
I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it because it was something different from what everybody sees as the DJ or the producer or whatever. I was able to come out and be a whole different character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's really like healing and fun at the same time because you could come out and be someone different from that moment and enjoy yourself. Obviously I did like numbers like Sam Smith and stuff like that. I didn't do it. The darkest number I did was probably I can't even remember.
Just
the
a
name.
simple plan.
Nickelback.
Nickelback.
But anyway, so yeah, I mean we definitely, we talk about how performing is something that we're giving a little ourselves back to the world, and that person could see you perform and get some inspiration from it or touch them in a way. Even when you were talking right now, literally I almost cried because I felt the deepness of what you were saying, how your performances are geared to what you are feeling inside.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about your guys' performances. It feels more real than fucking other performances, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, the big thing, and I know it feels like I'm probably attacking like the pageant community, but I am not. I'm a huge fan of pageants. Let me just clarify that. But with the pageant community, I feel like it's a little limited to what you can do.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be as creative because you have this certain aesthetic that you have to keep going.
For sure.
You know, and it's beautiful. I can't dance. I don't dance. I'm not a dancing queen. I'm about to do a drag duel, like fighting against each other. Like, I mean, fighting I would win, but no, like lip sync against each other and stuff. And it's nothing but dancing queens. I'm the only like spooky one.
Oh my god, where's this one at?
So it's gonna be at Carambas. It's for Dannylicious' Mixed Pride fundraiser.
Yeah, fundraiser.
Yeah,
to raise
so,
$2,000.
So I'm gonna do that, and there's nothing but dancing queens, and I love it. We all got to like throw in a song, and I threw in a spooky song because I want to see these bitches do like a
Try to do
spooky song.
Yeah,
But not always. I mean, what you do is just as entertaining.
Yeah,
sometimes more.
I love doing like a lot of like Spanish music as well. Because even though I'm spooky, like I like doing like my little ballads. I like doing my little, not always white face or spooky, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. It's I love performing. So.
Nice.
Good. And you're great at it, and you do a great job. And you know, I think my biggest takeaway from this is, you know, people don't always know what somebody has been through, where they came from, why they do the things that they do. You know, so I think like this type of format allows people just to kind of peel the curtain back a little bit and see a little bit of who you are as
Not
a
so
human,
much though.
right?
Me on stage.
But you know, it's good, and you know, I'm so happy that you've come into my life, and that you know I've gotten to know you, and you are just such a creative person, right?
Thank you.
And us creative people are crazy, and we do crazy crap. But you know
us
what?
creative people.
We are. I'm crazy too. You guys don't know. I do some crazy stuff.
I loved having you at
sometimes.
Coven too.
He
so.
gets in his underwear and starts singing at bars.
Oh my God, that was one time, and I'm pretty sure I was roofied that particular day. But, you know, allegedly a lot of people were getting roofied at that particular establishment for a minute.
Go check out the ReMx Instagram later. It's going to go up.
Yeah, we're going to put up all the tea. Well, before we let you go,
yes.
we always give the people opportunity to, if there's anything you want to say or talk about, this is your chance to kind of like talk about anything you're feeling inside right now.
Or anything you want to get out there or announce or...
I don't know. I'm very excited with this new project. I want to thank you too personally because you guys have been bugging, basically, being like, you need to come back on stage. You need to do another show. You need to do your art and stuff. And I really do appreciate that because there was a certain point during my cancellation that I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna do this anymore. I'm tired of all the drama. I'm just gonna dedicate myself to my nails and stuff, and that's it. I'm done with the drag community. But I love drag. I know it sounds cliche, but drag saved my life.
Absolutely.
It allows me to be me, to be creative, to be like put these demons into reality and be the demon that scares me, you know. So one thing I would say out there is just be yourself. Be yourself. People are not gonna love you. People are not gonna want to be your friend or anything like that. If you're fake. Well, I mean, in this community in Phoenix, there's a lot of fake hoes out there. But one thing that I always tell everybody that I meet, I will be the meanest friend that you will ever meet. But when you need me, I'm gonna be there. And by meanest, I mean like I'm always gonna be honest. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. If you come for me for advice, know that you're gonna get the truth. So I'm honest. I'm an honest person. I'm an open-minded person. I'm open for conversation for anybody out there that has an issue with me. And I don't know. I'm excited for this new project. I'm excited for Back to Black Rose.
I think that was really well said.
Yeah.
Thank you.
For sure.
All right, let's put our hands together for Black Rose.
Woo! Yay, this was so fun.
Don't forget, go to her Instagram, follow.
Yes.
She's going to be posting, you know, the flyers for every month with different entertainers.
Yeah.
Who knows? You might see a couple of Dragula people here. You might see some entertainers from other cities.
Yes. If you guys watch La Más Draga and you guys are fans of La Más Draga, I'm a huge fan.
It's a good show.
I want to bring some of those girls.
So
That'd be cool.
keep on keep on following Black Rose, and she has amazing things coming up. And you can't kill a bitch that's
one
not.
last plug.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead and finish your thought.
I was gonna say you can't kill a bitch that was already dead.
Yes, that's why I'm still here. No, one last plug. Go to my YouTube channel as well.
Yeah.
To my channel. We do have a reactions channel. It's called Queerdos React. Right now, my special guest is Estelle DeVille, but also Summer Filth is on there. And hopefully you guys will come and film with me one
That would
day.
be cute. That would be
We
fun.
can do like a little reaction of music that they recommend on there, and it's have over 1 million views. So.
Hey Jonas, were there any questions in the comments? I do see a bunch of stuff there.
No, somebody was just saying that your mic was off, but it was working. I checked.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Check your audio.
Exactly. They're always like, mics aren't working, your phone's muted. So.
Right.
Anyway, well, thank you so much for coming, Black Rose. We loved having you.
Yes,
That's
thank
And
you
I
so much
can't
for
wait
inviting
to
me.
get back to Black Rose off the ground.
That's gonna be
It's
dope.
gonna be fucking crazy.
We're gonna have blood and shit everywhere.
Y'all are gonna start seeing blood back here, white stains and
You
everything
better,
with the black light.
you better clean your own shit.
Mama.
All right.
All right, we are back.
Well, this has been a fun episode.
I was gonna ask Black Rose about her beautiful shoes she had on tonight. These are pageant shoes, Mama.
Straight from the Crocs store.
I'm just gonna leave the chair.
Yeah, that's fine. Just leave it.
I have the same ones on. Well, not the same ones, but I also have.
I don't have Crocs.
I
on
feel
today.
like
have
very
slides.
like those when people do like TV shows. They say like under the table they're like wearing shorts or not even wearing like. Yeah, they're just.
Or there was all those people that were getting in trouble during COVID because they would freaking have like their underwear on and forget and stand up during a meeting or whatever. Yeah, oh my gosh, it was so funny. There's lots of stuff happening like that, but anyway, just with having Black Rose on and cancel culture and stuff, like, people are so quick to be keyboard warriors and attack people, and they just don't think about where they're at, what they're going through, what their personal struggles are, and sometimes they don't even take the time to talk with those people. They just put out these public statements and say all these things about people, and it's really disgusting how we are as a society with social media. And I laugh because I've not really had anybody attack me openly out on social media, but I've definitely had my share of people sliding in my DMs and saying some really hurtful things to me. And I just think it's really funny because 9 times out of 10 they wouldn't have the courage to say that to my face.
Yeah.
And so it is what it is. People are who they are, and they behave in the way that they do. But I always want you, if you're gonna make a public statement about somebody, and I very, very rarely, I almost never will post something about somebody in a negative light. Like, I try to just put positivity out there. But if you are going to go that route, just make sure that you are sure that what you are saying is true, and that
all your facts are right.
All your facts are right, but also that you can live with that. Like, you're attacking somebody or whatever. Like, even so, McDonald's, right? The McDonald's here in Tolleson, some people got upset because I was saying, oh, we're having it's open now, whatever. We were so excited to have McDonald's here in Tolleson. The thing that people don't realize about certain businesses is, so McDonald's can be franchised. This particular McDonald's in Tolleson is franchised. So we had a ribbon cutting ceremony. The lady who is the owner of this franchise actually started working at McDonald's when she was 15 years old.
Oh, wow.
And now she owns, I think, 7 or 8 McDonald's locations.
God. That's an amazing accomplishment.
Boycotting McDonald's, we're not boycotting McDonald's corporate. Yes,
her.
McDonald's corporate is getting some money, but you're also boycotting a hardworking woman, somebody who is self-made, somebody who started at the front line in McDonald's. She started at the counter, right? And she said, you'll see us in here, we'll come in and we'll still get behind the counter. We'll still cook. We'll still do whatever we need to do. And when you boycott a business like that, you're boycotting a family. You know what I mean? You're boycotting. And so we have to really just be canceling shit like that. Just doesn't work. We can't just blanket cancel stuff. because you're hurting hardworking people when you do stuff like that. Yes, the goal is to hit these corporations in the pocket, but they're not going to take losses. They're going to take it out of people's pay, and they're going to pay people less, or they're going to take benefits away, or whatever. You know, it's just we live in a really ugly society that way. And then just with people in general, people are people, and they deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. And when you attack people in those ways, it's just not cute, and it's just not what we should be doing.
Yeah.
So
if you don't have
for the day.
If you don't have the courage enough to say it to the person to their face, or have a real conversation, if you have a problem with someone, you should probably try to talk to them first, or have a real conversation before dragging it on social media.
And 9 times out of 10, honestly, when something does happen that you don't like or whatever, like, why waste the energy? Why waste the energy? Like, okay, I'm gonna attack you or whatever. I'm gonna put this whole thing on social media. It takes a lot of energy. It doesn't solve anything.
Yeah.
It usually just destroys people, destroys their lives, whatever. Like, what was the point of that? Do you feel better having done that? Right? Like, I don't know. It's just really sad to me. And in our community here in Phoenix, our performance community, it's really ugly.
Yeah.
They just attack each other constantly. No one has each other's back. No one supports each other. We don't lift each other up, and it's horrible. And I've had my fair share of people that I won't work with ever again because they have, and what I feel like is they've betrayed me, right? Because I give my all to my people, and well, whatever. That's a subject for a different day.
I was like, he's gonna go off.
I'm not. No rant. No more rants. Anyway, so what do you got coming up this week?
This week, I have nothing this week.
You're nothing this week.
I'm not doing anything this week, but I do wanna talk about a new project that I'm starting. Every first Saturday of the month, I'm gonna be doing a circuit party. It's called Only Circuit, because I'm always making jokes about OnlyFans. So it's like OnlyFans, but it's Only Circuit. I'm gonna be hiring DJs from all over the world, from all over the state. Like this first one is really cool because I picked this individual because he used to live in Phoenix, and he moved to LA and became a really pretty well-known circuit DJ. So I want to be a part of his journey and bring him out here so he could be a part of the first one. It's June 1st, which is the beginning of Pride Month.
What's his name?
Jay Garcia.
Jay Garcia. Okay.
I hope it's Garcia. My phone's over there.
Well, he has a DJ.
but he's an amazing DJ. So please come out and support the first one. I know you guys could choose a lot of other things to do, but the circuit scene here is not that big. So if you guys could come out and enjoy it. I do have the tickets up now for sale. They're going to be $30 across the board. I know a lot of the circuit parties, they usually do like one price and then at the door a different price. I will be putting out a promo code where you will be able to buy the tickets for $10 cheaper online. So it's for $20 you can buy a ticket, and then if you don't use the code, it's $30 or $30 at the door the day of.
Okay.
But I mean, it's gonna be dope. We have a lot of we have go-go dancers. We're gonna have like really cool entertainers walking around. And if you've been to a circuit party, it's gonna be at the Cash, so you know it's gonna be a good time there.
Very cool. And the Cash is like a cool spot as far as like the lights and the sound system.
We got really cool VIP booths and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm not charging you guys for the booths, so if you guys want to come, those are gonna be free for at least the first couple of ones. One of the DJs I already have.
First come, first serve for those booths.
And one of the DJs I do have booked is the one and only Nina Flowers. She was on Drag Race on season 1, but she's an amazing DJ, and she's done like huge parties, like DJed in front of thousands of people. Okay. So she's a big deal.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Cool. All right. And then obviously we'll be at Pride in the Pines.
We'll be Pride in the Pines.
And we have our Pride showcases in June. There's a lot coming up in June. So.
Actually, I think we have a slide for that, right?
Oh, yeah. Jonas, you want to bring up the Pride Showcase slide for me? I turned the audio off because last week we were talking and you couldn't hear us.
I think he fell asleep. Jonas!
Our intern might have fallen asleep. He's
Wake him up.
Wow, he fell asleep during our podcast.
Jonas, put on the pride.
Put on the
one.
pride slide, please. Poor Jonas. He doesn't feel very good today in his defense. So we have our Pride Showcase on the first Tuesday of June over at Boycott Bar. So we got a great cast for that. And then on the third Tuesday, we'll also have our Femme Edition. So we'll make that announcement soon.
Yeah.
And then just, you can go back to the main slide now, Jonas. And then for me this week, you can catch me at Boycott
Sorry,
Bar
go ahead.
tomorrow. Go ahead.
I just remembered something that I totally forgot. I'm doing a brunch on Sunday.
Where's your brunch
It's
at?
this Sunday. Tap,
Okay.
right?
At Tap?
2.
No. Tap 2 is where I work on Fridays, sir.
I'll post. We'll post. We always say we're gonna do this. Jonas is gonna do it for us. I promise. We'll post everywhere we're gonna be at on the ReMx Podcast Instagram. But no, it is. It's like Tap. It's not Tap 2. It's just like Tap in downtown.
Okay. Yeah, Tap House.
Yeah.
I think it's Tap House downtown.
It's gonna be a great show.
Who's the host?
Don't ask me any of those questions because, see, I put my phone over there with all my notes, but I know Sayora's in the show. I know.
Oh, I'm not going there.
Pyrodiction's in the show.
Definitely not going. I don't even know Pyrodiction, but they're Benediction's child, so done.
She's an amazing performer.
Who? Benediction?
No.
I love Benediction.
Pyrodiction.
I just want everybody to know that. Ben is one of my favorites.
I should have Ben be my go-go dancer at the circuit party in drag. People love that shit.
Really?
She used to do it. Her and Ruby used to do it at BS West on
drag?
In drag, like on a Wednesday, and they'd just be go-go dancing and dancing to the music and stuff like that.
I have never seen a drag queen go-go dancer before.
It was
Interesting.
entertaining.
Benediction is a very entertaining entertainer. Very entertaining entertainer. They're a lot of fun. I've talked to Ben about being on the show, so we'll probably have Benediction on the show pretty soon. We just have to figure out logistics because their show, The Queer Agenda, is also on Tuesdays.
I think it's not called Queer Agenda.
It's not. I'm sorry, because Gabagool owns the rights to
Cancelled!
The Queer Agenda. What is it called? The Queer Arcana.
See, Black Rose said we're gonna get canceled tonight, and I think that was it right there.
Because of me, though. I was there the night that they changed it.
Were you? Oh, we were gonna interview Jonas, but he fell asleep.
Where's Jonas? And Jonas has not been feeling well. To be honest, everyone in my family got sick last week, and poor Jonas.
You gave it to me.
Jonas might have gotten sick
Now I have to finish it off.
from me. That's one of the costs of being my friend plus, I suppose.
My friend plus one.
That's a benefit?
Catching the family illness. Well, it all started literally with my niece.
Started with Sam.
No, it started with my niece. So my niece, Penelope, she's 11 months old now. 11 months, right? What's the date today? May something? May 10th? Yeah, because May 6th she'd have been 11 months. May 14th? Anyway, so she, like last week, like Wednesday or something, I was handing her to my mom because my mom was there to take over babysitting, and she literally like kind of coughed when I was holding her. And then I handed her to my mom, and she just like projectile vomited all over my mom. Well, then later on that afternoon, her other grandma and my brother-in-law came home early from work, both not feeling good. And then we found out the night before my brother was throwing up, right? So they thought it was food poisoning, but obviously not because the baby's not eating the same food as them. And then it just spread through the whole family. Like we all had days last week where we were not feeling good.
And then the weather doesn't help.
Yeah.
Because one day it's hot, at night it gets cold. It's like all.
So
over
I
the
like
place.
had like a low grade fever on Thursday night and Friday night. It's just been a mess. It's been a mess. So today, like I finally feel a little better. I've been trying to hydrate, and yeah, it's been not fun. And
So
now,
you guys take care of yourself. Like definitely, I know as this is taking it back to COVID, but it's very important to wash your fucking hands at every moment you can.
Mhm.
Wash your hands still. Use sanitizer as much as
for
you
sure.
can.
For sure.
I would know all the places you work at.
Yeah.
Dirty.
So always make sure
Well,
you're doing
some of
that.
the places he works at don't even have like real bathrooms.
Stop,
I'm not even gonna don't even get me started on the bathroom situation. But
that's where all the sex is happening.
can
at
we
my
buy a
second party.
door for a bathroom stall? I don't know if that's like asking for too much. But
So what I'm saying is, wash your hands, drink water. It's gonna get really, really hot this summer.
Oh,
please take care of your guys' self.
Speaking of hot and the summertime. So during the month of June, I think I've talked about it on the podcast before.
Yeah,
But about service during the month of June or whatever. Yeah, I did. Okay, I always go on a rant about this.
No, it's okay. You did.
So anyway, we are going to be doing a hygiene drive. We're going to be doing it. The Arizona Gay Volleyball Association is going to be doing it, which I'm the commissioner of. Boycott Bar and all of the shows are going to be doing it as well.
So you guys are going to make care packages?
So we're going to ask for donations of like water and socks and hygiene products, like the little like little toiletries, like the travel size ones, stuff like that. So
toilet
we can
paper,
make toilet paper, little toothbrushes, whatever. So that way we can make hygiene kits, and then we're gonna be distributing them out in the community. I'm actually looking for a nonprofit who handles the unhoused population to hand them over to, or maybe we'll just go out in the streets and pass them out. But we're gonna be doing that. I feel like it's a good way to show our pride by giving back to the community.
That's awesome.
So we will be doing that.
So what you're saying?
So I'll also have like collection situation here at the studio as well. So if you're in this area, bring us some stuff.
Or they could donate online. You're gonna put out a link or something.
Yes. We'll have lots of different options for donating.
Cool.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it'll be a really good project.
Especially
I think.
Water. If you guys just could get water, like
water bottles are so important.
It's so cheap too. You could get for
Some
$3,
cases.
you could get a case from.
Yeah, so we'll make the hygiene bags. And we'll need those gallon-size Ziploc bags as well, right? Because we're gonna put and I'll put a list out of everything that we need for these hygiene bags. But we'll put a water bottle in there. We'll put a pair of socks, and we'll put like the little toiletries and stuff, and then we'll hand them out. So I used to always actually keep a hygiene bag in my car. And then, when you're rolling up on the freeway and you see the people, I would always hand them that. I've been doing that recently, and I'm going to get back to doing that.
I need to remember, if I could find it, there is an organization that's what they focus on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what they do.
Yeah.
They came to my Vogue night a couple of times, and their booth, it was just that.
Hygiene.
And it was cool. Yeah, that thing had a lot of things in there.
Yeah.
A lot of cool things in there.
One of the, simple things, right? Like a pair of socks. Like, think about, if you're outside in the hot sun and you're sweating and you're wearing these nasty, sweaty socks, how refreshing would it be to put on a clean pair of socks?
Or even, women products.
Oh, yeah, feminine hygiene products for sure. That's so important. So there's a lot of good that can be done, but that's my service project for the month of June. It's what I'm going to be working on.
That's what his parole officer has him doing.
Parole officer. I'm not on parole or probation, thankfully.
So, were you done? Sorry.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
I didn't talk about what I was doing this week yet, but go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just going to go ahead and close our...
Oh, okay. So this week you can catch me Wednesday at Boycott Bar. Friday I will be at Tap 2, not Tap House.
So Tap House is downtown. Tap 2
is in Avondale. Saturday, I will be at Casa de Plata in Avondale, and Sunday, I'm off. And then next week, we have our podcast, and I cannot remember who the guest is.
You told me, but my phone's over there.
Jonas is the special guest.
We should, because I think you said we had one person, so Jonas could be the second one. I don't remember who.
I think Mickey Del Rio is it Taylor Renee? I think it's Taylor Renee next week. If not, Taylor Renee's the week after. What's the date next week? Is there 2 more Tuesdays left in the month, or?
The 20th is next week.
Is there 2 more Tuesdays or 3 more? 2 more?
It's the 21st and the 28th.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure Taylor Renee is our guest next week, and then the week after that we have Mickey Del Rio. Both are singer-songwriter performers, and both have a lot of fun stuff that we can talk to them about.
For sure. And I always like to end our podcast. We always talk about mental health and how important it is to take care of yourself. If it is going to counseling, getting prescriptions, and things like that. And we always offer, we're not professionals, but we, just like everybody else, we go through life, and we, if you need someone to talk to or or want advice, always make sure to find those people you could trust to talk to. You could always go to, God damn it, my phone's over there, but you could always
988 is the phone
then you
number.
you could dial 988 from your phone or use a hotline. Don't be shy, don't be embarrassed or afraid or think people are going to make fun of you or anything. It's always very important to take care of yourself. I'm going through a lot of that kind of stuff right now, and I always make sure that I reach out to people when I need it. So it's very important to take care of yourself, you guys. Really make sure that you're taking care of your mental health, your physical health. It all connects to each other, to everything, as I'm learning. So I always
your
want
mental health, your physical health, it's all connected. It's one
all connected.
ecosystem, right?
And like I said, we're definitely gonna
And
have.
our brain is connected to our gut.
You're telling me, right? So we're gonna have an episode where we focus on mental health and talk about that. And I'm gonna talk a little bit more about my journey and my life on depression and anxiety and panic attacks and fears and stuff like that. So just make sure you guys are taking care of yourself for real. And if you really need someone, if you absolutely feel like there's no one, use the crisis line. And if you want to, message
Even if
us,
there is someone and you just need an outside
perspective.
perspective.
I feel like a lot of times I feel like when I just talk to someone that doesn't know me and I just it's a whole different, I get a whole different thing,
Yeah,
even
for
though
sure.
someone's telling me the same shit. So anyways, thank you guys so much. I definitely love you guys for even just taking the time to listen to us and hear our podcast. I'm sure Jimmy will get it on. If you want to listen to it in audio, we'll eventually get it there. And that's all I have. Thank you guys.
Yeah, so thank you for watching the ReMx Podcast, episode 9. Be sure to like and subscribe our page and hit the little bell so you get alerts about, apparently we're having a jam session over here with lights changing. But on that note, have a great night. We'll be back next week with Taylor Renee. Remember to spread love, not herpes. And please spay and neuter your twinks. Thank you, everyone. This was the ReMx Podcast. I'm Jimmy Davis. Have a good night.